Keep bouncing. Keep bouncing.
All right, you guys. So, today we are going to try something a little bit different. Every once in a while, I will go outside of the Star Wars collecting universe and collect a couple of figures from a different type of series or genre, one that I absolutely do like. So, obviously, after seeing Black Panther over the weekend, I was very, very excited. Loved the movie. If you saw my review, obviously you could tell that I really, really enjoyed that movie. And of course, it gave me the itch to pick up these particular figures. And then in the process, I found out the Okoye figure is a build a figure. Now, I am not particularly fond of this type of promotion when it comes to toy collecting because it basically forces you to have to purchase figures that you may not want to collect. And I did have to pick up a couple of figures that I was not looking to have as a part of my collection, which would be the Inhumans Marvel Black Bolt that you see there directly in front of you. And of course, off to the side is the Submariner. Now, those two particular figures carry very essential parts to the Okoye figure in order to put her together. Now, obviously, I understand the marketing. They're trying to get you to purchase additional figures in order to get one of the crucial figures out of this particular line when it comes to the Black Panther line. Again, I am not fond of that particular promotion, and I really, really hope that Hasbro does not adopt that promotion for the Black Series or any of the other Star Wars line in the Hasbro line of Star Wars figures. I just believe that it is a very, very promotional gimmick, again, to have you purchase additional figures that you may not want to have in your collection. However, I did go ahead and do it for this particular set because I really wanted the Okoye figure. So here we are. We have the figures all right here in their packaging, guys. So we are going to get a look at the packaging on these, and I'm going to try to go through it very, very quickly because we do have 5 different figures here. Well, actually, we have 6 different figures here. One of the figures are in several different pieces among these figures, but we are going to get a look at the 5 boxes that we have here. So again, I'm going to try to go through it as quick as possible. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys. So I'm going to get started with the 2 figures that I didn't necessarily want, but of course they are essential to this line because they carry the essential pieces for the Okoye figure. So we're going to start with those, starting with the Marvel's Black Bolt figure, guys. So here is the Marvel Black Bolt figure. Actually a very cool looking figure. I do not know too much about this particular character here, but again, it is essential to the Build-A-Figure for the Okoye figure. As you can see, there is one of the legs there for her off to the side. Of course, you get 2 head sculpts with the figure, which is very cool for the Legends line for Marvel. So very cool. And then, of course, on the side, you get a very cool illustration of the character there. Very, very cool. Looks very interesting. But again, I do not know too much about this particular character. Of course, he is there on the back of the box. And then, of course, here you see the different characters that you can get in this line and which characters carry the essential pieces to create the Okoye figure. So very cool on the back. And then, of course, on the side, again, we get another illustration, same illustration basically, of this character. So very, very cool. And we're not going to review this figure here today, but we are going to pull that essential limb out of there so we can get a look at that. Here we have the Submariner. I do know a little bit about this particular character. This is an old school character, basically Marvel's Aquaman. So I do know about this particular figure. As you can see, we have the 2 arms, left and right arms, for our Okoye Build-A-Figure. So that is why he is essential. Here there is the side illustration for the Submariner right there. Very cool. Of course, we have him here on the back. Very cool information also on the back. The Okoye Build-A-Figure, and then of course the illustration on the side once again. Now this particular figure, again guys, we're not going to review this figure here today. He is only here because he holds two of the key pieces for our Build-A-Figure. All right guys, so now we are going to get to our actual Black Panther figures here from the movie. So these are the figures that we will be reviewing here today. So let's get a look at those 4 figures that we have here. So of course we are going to start with our Nakia character here. She holds the very essential torso for our Okoye figure. Very cool. As you guys can see, she comes with the 2 ring-like weapons that she has there. I do not know the proper name for that weapon. Guys, please do forgive me. I may sound like a bit of a novice when it comes to some of the information with these characters, because even though I am familiar with the Black Panther, I'm not deep into the lore like I am with Star Wars with the Black Panther. So please do excuse me if I make any mistakes in regards to explaining the lore or anything of that nature. But again, very, very cool figure on the inside. Love the garment. I believe this is the garment that she puts on in the 3rd act during the essential battle that takes place there. So very, very cool. Love it. Love the face sculpt on this figure, guys. I'm going to pull her a little bit closer. All right, guys. So I wanted to get you a closer look at the face sculpt for the figure. Very, very cool looking face sculpt there, guys. As you can see, I really, really think that is so awesome. Of course, we have Lupita Nyong'o here is the actress that plays this particular character. I do think that that face sculpt is like really, really on point. That is really, really awesome face sculpt. So awesome looking face sculpt there with the figure. And then again, guys, getting a look at the box, we turn it to the side. We get a very, very cool illustration of the character right there. Awesome looking illustration there. And then of course we get a very cool photography of the figure right there with all of the similar information as the other characters in the line. So very cool illustration there. Character back to the front. Very, very awesome looking figure. So here we have our figure, Eric Killmonger. Very cool looking figure. Our villain for the Black Panther movie. Very cool figure. Very awesome looking figure, guys. So let's get a close-up look at the figure and the contents in the box. All right, guys. So getting you a close-up of the box and all of the contents in the box. There we have our villain with his weapons there as depicted in the film. Very awesome. 2 sets of claws. And then, of course, you have your leg there for the Okoye figure. So very, very cool. Very awesome. I wish they had included 2 head sculpts for this figure with the likeness of our actor, Michael B. Jordan, who plays Eric Killmonger in this movie. So I wish we were able to get 2 head sculpts for the figure. That is unfortunate that they did not provide us with that. However, we do have him here in the alternate Panther suit. So very, very cool. Very awesome. Here we have the figure, the photograph on the back. Really awesome. And then all of the additional information. Illustration on the side. Very, 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 very awesome looking figure. All right, you guys. And here we have our Black Panther figure, T'Challa. Very, very cool. King T'Challa here. Very cool. As you can see, it provides you with the additional head sculpt of Black Panther, King T'Challa, as well as the head sculpt for our Okoye figure. So very, very cool. With the 2 additional closed fists right there. So very, very cool. So let's get a close-up look at this box, guys. All right, guys. So getting a close-up look at the box and the figure. Again, very good likenesses with the head sculpts on this line, guys. Now, you have to forgive me. This is the first time that I've really collected this particular line in this particular scale, even though I do actually have a couple of the Marvel Universe figures, the Batman Superman and Wonder Woman figures. I also have a couple of the Walking Dead figures from the McFarlane line, and those would be the only figures that are outside of the Star Wars line of figures that I collect, that I have in my collection here, besides these figures here. So again, forgive me if my knowledge is not quite up to par on these additional figures. Again, this is pretty much my first go around with these figures, but very, very awesome image on the back of the Panther, Black Panther there. Very awesome. Same additional information on the back. Same another illustration, same illustration on the side of the box, and back to the front. So guys, we are going to pull these figures out of the box. We are going to put our Okoye build a figure together, get her all put together, and get a look at all four of these Black Panther figures. All right, guys, so we have all of our figures out of the package. We have Okoye kind of in pieces here, but we're gonna get her all put together, looking all nice and cool. But I wanted to get a good look at all of the individual pieces, guys, so I'm gonna bring all of those pieces up to the camera so we can get a good look at the figure itself. So we're gonna start with the head sculpt of the figure. All right, guys, so getting you a look at the head sculpt of the figure. Very, very cool head sculpt on the figure. This is so awesome. I love the tattoo on the head, guys, and I hope you can see it there, but the tattoo is all there, all around the back. I love the face, the lips, I mean, it looks like my girl. I always have a problem pronouncing her name. My girl, Michonne, aka Tupac's mama, aka Okoye. Very cool, one of my favorite actresses. And it's terrible, I cannot pronounce her real name correctly, but there is the face sculpt, guy. Very, very cool. And again, love the tattoo all the way around. And then getting you guys a look at the torso with the dressing and everything on it. Very, very cool. You get a plastic mold here on the dressing, and then of course you have your ab crunch and everything there in the torso, neck area and everything. Cool. So very awesome looking torso. Can't wait to put her all together. Let's get a look at her limbs. So getting a look at her left and right legs, guys. There they are. Really cool. We're going to get those on her in just a moment. So we have her arms here. Very cool. Get those on her. And then last but not least, we have her weapons. So very cool. Let's get this figure put together. All right, you guys, we have all of our figures put together out of the box, looking awesome. I really, really enjoy these figures, guys. I can tell you, for my first time really dealing with several different Marvel Legend figures, I am very impressed, not only with the articulation, but the way that you can pose these particular figures, the way that they stand. I mean, I'm really, really enjoying these figures very, very much, guys. So let's get a closer look at each one of these figures, guys. All right, guys. So we have Okoye all put together, and she looks really, really awesome. Love the detail in the uniform. Very, very awesome. The weapons, again, the head sculpt is just absolutely awesome. The articulation with these guys is just really, really off of the charts. Very cool. I kind of wish the skirts were a soft good. I'm just a sucker for soft goods, and I think it would have been really, really cool on these particular figures. But really, really cool figures. So let's get a quick look at the articulation, guys. All right, guys. So getting a look at the articulation in the elbow, you're going to get a bend like so. So she can bring it up only so far. Unfortunately, the forearm guard right there kind of limits her going back that far. But she is going to go straight out for you like so. And then off to the side, she's going to go very, very well off to the side there. So very cool. You get a shoulder twist as so you can turn the shoulder. You also are going to get a forearm twist. Very cool. You will also get a wrist twist. Very, very cool. And then you also get a bend in the wrist as well. Very awesome, very cool. And then you get a 360 motion all the way around in the arm. And then looking at the legs, straight out, going very, very well. You're going to get a very good knee bend in the leg area. And then she goes back. There is a double joint. However, the skirt does hamper the double joint, or her going back like that. That's why I wish there was a soft good in the skirt area in the back, but nonetheless very cool as far as the articulation is concerned. In the foot area, you're going to get really good going down, very, very good going up with the figure. You do get a side rocker, side to side rocker, very, very good side to side rocker. Actually a lot better than some of the Black Series with this figure, so very, very cool. In the ab area, you are going to get a very, very good crunch going down, going back very, very well, side to side, very good side to side. So she has a really good range of motion in the crunch area. In the head area, she looks down very well, looking up all the way to the sky, twist, turn. I believe, yeah, you get a little notch, little twist and turn in the head, so you can get her that confused look if you need to get it. So very, very good articulation with this figure. Very, very impressed with this line, with the Marvel's Legends line, especially for my first time getting so many figures at one time. Right, you guys. And so we get a look at Nakia. Very, very cool figure. Probably one of the more impressive figures out of this particular set of 4 figures here, simply because of the head sculpt. I mean, that is so freaking amazing. Guys, that is so awesome. The hair is like off of the charts here. Very, very cool. Love the detail in the costume. I mean, go ahead. Marvel Legends. I mean, they are really kicking it up, man. That is so awesome. The detail in her weapons, in her ring-like weapons. Don't know exactly what the name of those weapons are, but very, very cool. Just a very impressive figure all the way around. Awesome looking figure, guys. All right, you guys, and let's talk articulation. Once again, in the arm, you're going to get an arm bend that's about so far. Unfortunately, with these figures, I know with some of the Black Series figures, I'm able to get an arm bend that goes almost all the way up to where they can touch their hair. With these figures, it doesn't do that. But I mean, it's not like I really need them to really do that. But it is nice to have. So again, she gets an arm bend like that. You're going to go up so far with that arm bend like that. Straight. She goes straight out very, very well. Again, off to the side very, very well. You get a very good twist in the shoulder, twist in the forearm area, twist in the wrist as well. You get a very good twist in the wrist as well. A bend in the wrist as well. Very, very cool. In the leg area, she's going to go straight out like so. You get a very good knee bend like so. She's going to go back. There is a double joint. But again, the skirt does hamper that. So that is going to be an issue if you do need her to go far back that far. She does go out to the side very, very well. Bam! She is going to kick the mess out of you if she has to. Twist in the thigh. Very cool. You also get in the foot area, in the ankle area, she goes down very, very well. She goes up very impressively. She goes up as well. You also get the side rocker, same side rocker. So pretty much the same articulation. Okoye and the ab crunch, she's gonna give you a very good going down, very good going back, side to side, just very good range. In the ab crunch, the head area, she's gonna go back very well. Looks all the way down to the ground. You get the little confused side to side, and then of course good range turning left to right. So very good articulation all the way around. All right, guys, and then next up is Eric Killmonger, our villain for the Black Panther movie. Very cool, very awesome. Obviously, basically the same mode as the Black Panther, same body mode. Everything is basically the same. You get just a different design with the costume itself, a different design with the face sculpt from the Black Panther. Obviously, the necklace is of gold and much larger than it is on the Black Panther. But nonetheless, very, very cool. You get the two weapons there, which are absolutely awesome. So very, very cool looking figure. All right, guys. So let's talk articulation. So in the arm area, you're going to get a very, very cool armband. And this is what I was talking about with the ladies. As you can see, he can touch his face with that armband once you bring the arm up. You don't quite get that with the ladies. Unfortunately, I don't know why. Maybe it is because of some of the dressing on the outfits. But here, you can have him basically touch his face if you needed him to do that. So that's very, very cool. He's going to go straight out for you. He's going to go out to the side very, very well. As a matter of fact, you get an additional feature here with him. As you can see, you get more of a range with that additional joint right there that comes out. So that's very, very cool. So he's going to not only extend all the way out to the side, but he's going to even rear back for you in case you need for him to throw, let's say, throw a punch or something coming from way back. So very, very cool. There's a twist in the bicep that goes all the way around. So you're going to be able to twist it all the way around and get a good range of motion there. There is a twist in the wrist as well. So you're going to be able to go all the way around there. There's also a bend in the wrist as well, guys. So you can bend it back and forth. You're going to get some really good articulation there as well. In the leg area, he's going to come all the way out, straight out like that. So you're going to get a really good kick going forward. Absolutely awesome knee high right there. Going back, he's got double joints, so he's going to go back really, really well for you. In the feet area, he's going to go down perfectly. Goes up very, very nicely. You get the side to side rocker with him. So very, very cool. Very, very awesome. Now, this is one of the really cool parts about him. You get a ratchet kind of setting in the ab crunch area. Very, very cool. Awesome. He bends all the way over. Goes back about that far. In the head area, he's going to go back that far. It's going to go down, all the way down like that. Very cool. You're going to get a side to side there, so he can do the little confused look. And then you get a good left to right. So very, very good articulation. Now, this figure comes with two different sets of hands. There are two gripping hands, so he can hold both of his weapons, which I have on the figure at the moment, as you can see. And then, guys, you get your two claw hands for Eric Killmonger right there. Very cool. Love the design. Claws just looking absolutely awesome. All right, you guys, and here is our Black Panther figure. Very awesome looking figure. There are some subtle differences here, as you can see, and the this area here. Just basically the costume is different, two different outfits, but very, very cool. Awesome looking figure. I would venture to say that the articulation is the same. Funny that they would put that right there on the body of the figure. I would have preferred it on the foot area where it can't be seen, but you know, that's a small nitpick here. But still very cool. Love the outfit, love the detail. All right, guys, and getting you a look at the articulation, you're going to get an armband that allows him to pretty much come to his face. He's also going to go straight out like that as well, off to the side. Very, very good. You get this extension right here that allows him to rear all the way back with his claw. So very, very cool. goes straight out. You get the twist in the bicep area. There is a twist in the wrist as well. It's a twist in the wrist as well. You get a bend in the wrist right there, guys. So he's going to give you some articulation in the wrist. You can go back and forth with it. Very cool. In the leg area, he's going to go straight out. Very, very good. Get a knee high, about that high. Double joint going back. Very cool. It's going to go out to the side very, very well. You get a twist in the thigh as well. Very, very cool. In the foot area, it's going to go down for you. Very, very well. Up excellently. Very well. You get the rocker side to side. Very awesome. Very cool. Ab crunch area. Now, and with this figure, even though you're not getting, you do get that little notch, but you don't get that click that you get with the Eric Killmonger character. But you do get those little notches where it will hold it in place, so it's just as good. You just don't get that ratchet sound, that sound. So very cool going down. Goes back even better. Very, very cool. In the neck area, and that you get, he's going to go all the way back for you, all the way down. You get a little side to side there, so you can get that confused look. And then, of course, you're going left to right very, very well. So you're going to get really good articulation with all of these guys all the way around. Very minor issues with the articulation, particularly with the ladies and the arm. I think that is the only issue. Other than that, these things are absolutely wonderful and awesome, and a wonderful surprise for someone who doesn't usually collect the Marvel's Legend line. So very, very all right, cool. Guys, so getting a look at the additional accessories that come with the figure. You get a second head sculpt with T'Challa there. Very cool head sculpt, actually. I do like the head sculpt. However, I don't think it looks anything like Chadwick Boseman at all. But it is a very cool head sculpt of some brother. But this guy is not Chadwick Boseman. At least not to me. But I don't mind the head sculpt at all. It looks really, really cool and very nicely detailed. And then, of course, you get two different sets of claws. You get the closed fist claws, and then you have the open claws, as you see here on the figure. And of course, here you have your two closed fist hands there, left and right, in case you need the Black Panther to throw a punch. So very, very cool, very awesome accessories there, guys. And then to get you guys a closer look at the Black Panther mask itself, there it is, guys, with the white eyes, and very cool, very awesome sculpting on that. So guys, what I want to know is, what do you think about these figures? Did you like the detail with these figures, the head sculpt, the design of the suits and costumes on these figures? What are your thoughts? Let me know what your thoughts are. Did you see the movie? Did you enjoy the movie? Put those comments down below. Please like and subscribe. And of course, guys,